All right. So I think we can start now. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our learning hour session. I'm Adib, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. We are honored to have our expert trainer, Mr. Fikri, who will be sharing valuable insights on unlocking insights with Power BI, AI tools for smarter data analysis. All right. During this session, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box below. Mr. Fikri will address all questions at the end of the session. As a reminder, please keep your microphones muted throughout the session to avoid any disruptions. Without further ado, I hand over the floor to Mr. Fikri.
All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Before I start, I think maybe someone has accidentally draw in the screen. All right, it's okay. Make sure you guys with me for this one, just 1 hour session. All right, so for this topic, we're going to learn about unlocking insight with Power BI, the AI tools for smarter data analysis. All right, I just want to know, anyone of you have used Power BI before, or this is your first time? Can you maybe let me know in the text box? Let me share my screen first. The first time, Azhari. How about the rest? First time. Okay. Oh, most of you first timer. Okay, I haven't used. Okay, for this one, actually, I just brief about the Power BI tools, the features that we have in the Power BI. Okay, this feature is very helpful for us to get an insight. Right. First of all, for the first timer, maybe you need to understand that this is not like totally I will guide from how to import the data in the Power BI, but I will just do it in one time later on. Right. So let's start. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand what is the insight. Okay, maybe most of us know that insight is just a summary of data that we have. But actually, insight is not just information, and it definitely not just data. It is when you connect the dot, like this dot, and you see something you didn't see before. All right, so maybe you have a straight line, and you have another straight line, and another straight line, and you can join all the dot from the inside. Okay, so means you actually can do a decision making, take a smart action, and understand the pattern more deeply, right? So, but however, that one is depend on the data that we have. But first of all, we need to know that we need to have a data. It's a raw data, and this raw data maybe we just convert it into the descriptive analysis, which is just get the number. Let's say there's 10,000 sales revenue for this year, right? Or this quarter. And then from this raw data, we can get the information, maybe add some context. Oh, this is total sales 10,000 for which month or which quarter of this year. All right. And next, after we have the data and information, we can get the insight. So this insight, it will reveal a meaningful of the pattern. Maybe we can compare it to the previous year and how it's going. Is it a drop or increasing? All right. And from the insight, we can make an action. So this is what we call it actionable insight. So we do something about it. So for example, for the data, we have a 10,000 units sold, or maybe total sales of what? Maybe we don't know, all right? Because it's just a raw number, a summary of everything. And then we convert it into like something, we add in a context for the information, 10,000 units sold in Q1, 2024, last year, maybe, all right? This is for just an example. And from this one, the quarter one, we can compare it to last year. So this is what we call it insight. 10,000 unit is a 30% drop actually. It's not a good number because previously we have sold more than it. All right, but for this quarter, this year, we just sold it as 10,000. So it's a 30% drop from the last year. And from this insight, we can investigate why Q1 sales drop and adjust strategy. So we need, as an analyst, this one, we need to get to know from the sales team, the salesperson, or the sales department, and why does this happen, or maybe because of the warehouse shipment or inventory. All right. So it's very, so need to identify, investigate. So what is this is the flow of what is about the insight. Okay. So once you understand this one, then we need to know that insight is a revelation. You see a new relationship or unexpected result. And the other one is a driver of changes. From the insight, you can influence what you want to do next. Like for the previous slide, we know that I said drop sales 30% from the last year, quarter one. So what we want to do about it, all right? So it is not just revenue equal to 1.2 million, let's say, in the dashboard. This is not like a totally insight. It's still insight, but it's not like the actionable insight. So the insight that we are talking about is revenue drop, like 20% in the East region. So mostly due to lower repeat purchases from segment B customer. So this is the example. So from this one, we can do action, right? So this is clear and we can take action. This is what a company want to have, all right? Okay, so let's demo. Let me share. Let me get the Power BI first. All right, let me look at my screen. Okay, so we have a Power BI. So for the first time, maybe you want to familiar with this one first, but I will just a demo that how can we, this is a blank Power BI report. There's no data inside. So how I want to know, there's no table inside, there's no model view, right? So I just want to load the data inside this Power BI because we want to learn how can we utilize the features in the Power BI to get the insight. So we can click on the Excel workbook from here or from the top, or we get data Excel workbook. So I have this data set. Just want to demo for this class. And we pop up the navigator and there's only one file here inside. Okay. So we have few column here, transaction ID. This is about a sales data, sales transaction. When it's happened, the transaction, the sales, and then mobile phone. This is a model, the brand, storage size, color, all the things. Okay. And about the customer, this is about the sales payment, payment type like QR, cash, online or sales channel is a partner. We can see this one later on. And the customer, about the customer behavior, like the information. We have a group, male, female, the gender. Also, we have others. So don't worry, but this is that's a dummy data. And we have series, state, latitude, and longitude for the map. All right. So I just load this data because this is just a clean data. So make sure your data is clean. And now it's loaded. You can see on the right side, data, or you go to the left side here, table view, click here, and you have all the information. So basically this is from the Excel file. Let me open it. From the Excel file, one sheet with full of data, and I just loaded into Power BI. That's all. Okay, so let's start it. So maybe from this one, we want to know about the first one. I check the simple one, maybe age or gender. All right, maybe a gender. So I just create a pie chart from here. Make it bigger, wider. And oh yeah, before that, I want to know about the total sales, but I only have a price. I want to make a measure first. All right. So this measure, we identify how much total sales. So this is what you're going to learn in Power BI later on. If you attend the course, we learn about the DAX, some so-called like function or formula. All right, so I get the price. Oh, sorry. So now I have one measure for total sales, and I want to know about total unit cost. Total unit sold, sorry. Just count of the transaction ID. Okay, so now I have a measurement for total sales and total units sold. So total sales is get from the column price, right? And units sold, because this is one row is just one for one unit. So I just count for every single row. Okay, so if you want to check, we can just drop. And I make this total sales as a currency format and unit sold as a comma number. All right, so we have total sales 287,000 and total unit sold 366. So this one I delete. So for this pie chart, I will put legend value inside. So the value is total sales. So now we have overall total sales. This is question in the chat box. If we have a new data, do we need to upload back all data in Power BI and we can insert in Power BI directly? Upload back all the data in Power BI or sorry, I'm not clear about the question, Liana. You mean just use our data in Excel, or you want re-upload it? Maybe we can elaborate more about the question. All right, so I continue this one. See this total sales, I will bring the gender. Just now we want to know about gender. Okay. So ignore the others, all right? Not supposed to be in this gender. So male, female, and others. Okay. So in this one, we know that female is the highest, followed by male and others. Okay, let me change this one for easy-able to read. Yeah. So now you can see from here the label female, male, and others. And previously, if we want to present it to your stakeholder, all right, you need to add a text box and you write down like female is the highest, about 146.52K or 51%, right? Followed by male, blah, 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 and others. All right, etc. Okay. And what happened if we the stakeholder just want to know about male and female, or maybe male and others, right? And this is not like changed directly to what we selected. Okay. So what we can do, what we have one features in the Power BI where we can just add a visual, which is the narrative. It's a smart narrative. Okay. So by clicking here, actually you have an option to use a Copilot preview or custom. And for all the free version and mine, I use pro version. So doesn't matter. For this one, it's just a free. So you just click the custom here and you get the instant narrative for this visual, right? So that say that male had the highest total sales and exact amount, right? And followed by male or distinct, blah, 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 and female accounted for 51% of total sales. Okay, so this is the one that you can use the features in Power BI. Okay, go back to the question for the if we want to update current data that we already uploaded in Power BI, we can change it in Power BI data. Yep, correct. What you change in the Excel, what you change in the Power BI is not like change in your raw data. Okay, I think this is out of topic of this class, but yeah, if you change all the numbers in the Power BI, so it's not like change the data in the Excel actually, right? It's just happened in the Power BI. So just for this file, so don't worry about the file in your Excel. Okay. Is it what you asked for Diana? Okay. All right. Thank you. So I get back to this this one. So this is what happened if we use the narrative. You can find on under here, under visualization, or go to insert on top and you have a narrative. Okay. So this is about the narrative. So what happened here? When you try to get maybe in the meeting, right? The stakeholder just want to know about the male and others. They don't want to know about the female. So you just click on the male and I press Control and click others. All right. And wait a moment. Let me change the setting. So primary, secondary screen. All right, now you can see the control. All right, so I click the mail and press Control, click others. So this is the one that I built manually. And the bottom one is the narrative, smart narrative. Okay. So what happened here? Now it's just calculate for male and others. Exclude the female. Okay, now you can see the total sales for male is 160K, was higher than others. That's all. Male accounted for 82%. So it's not include like this 51. So now it's just male and others. And divided by the numbers to get the percentage of the total sales. Okay. This one we can change like from the total sales to total units sold. Then this one, but you need to redo it, the narrative. Let's see if this one effect. So now you have this total units sold instead of the total sales, right? So you can see that, oh, actually the highest number for total units sold is 191 for female, followed by male 143 and others 32. Okay. So same goes to this one. If you selected for both, actually now you have one for the total sales and total units sold. This one also changed. Even though you have changed this visual to total units sold. Okay, so next, so this one I rename it as gender. Okay, next, maybe we want to use same pie chart, and for this one, I drag the total sales inside the value. Make sure you have a numbers column. All right. If you don't have numbers like price, total units sold, average, all the things, you just have like the value. This is a price. Also, all this is a value. If you only have like the dimension, like all the text, you cannot create the smart narrative, right? And for information, the smart narrative only applicable for not all visual. It's just for like pie chart, donut chart, column and bar, and line chart. So that's all. It's just a 4 type of visual that smart narrative can do. Can calculate and do the smart narrative. All right. So just you need to remember it's a pie chart or donut chart. This is one. The second one is a bar chart. Doesn't matter, stack or cluster. And third one is a column chart, stack or cluster as well. And last one is a line chart. So you will see this one by one first. So this one I will use the donut. It's just same as the gender, and I will rename it age. Total sales and age. What is age? Age. And for this age, we not use the column age. We will use the customer age group. Okay. If you drag the age, customer age will more than 10 proposition. So it's not relevant. What is age? Okay, this one. So if you drag the customer age, right, it will be like this. So you cannot read at all. So make sure you group it first. All right. And this one, let me get all the values and hide the legend. Okay. So if I zoom in a bit, now you can get like this is the highest by 22.84 for 26 to 33 years old, followed by 42 to 49 and so on. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 group. So from this 6 group, let us pull the narrative. Smart narrative. Make sure you don't click the visual. You click on the background and click the narrative. Okay. Now you have like 26 to 33 accounted for 22.84 of total sales. That's all. All right. So for this smart narrative, sometimes it can have a few summary like this one, and sometimes it can just pop up like this. Okay. So maybe this one is because of the donut. I'm not sure. Let me do it for the pie chart and try to make it the other one. Just click custom. So it's not because of the visual, okay? Because it just appear the same. So maybe you can add few information inside this one. I mean, few visual, you can combine it. Like for this one, maybe for the pie chart and group by the total sales. And for the second one, maybe I want to get the total units sold and try to redo it. Same. So maybe for this visual, it only can appear for this one. Okay. But what happens when we click 2 or 3? Now you can see it appear like based on our selection. Okay. Even though that if we just have a one, I mean overall, it will just do a smart narrative for this one. But if we select a few chart, like few group here, now we can do a summary, the insight. All right. And this is for pie chart. Let's move to the state. I think I want to do it for state. We have city and state. So let me use the column chart here and get the state on the x-axis. And unit sold, this one I want to do it for unit sold. And let me turn on the label. Now you can see the highest is Selangor, followed by Johor and Sarawak, have the same number. And the other one, because we have state and we have the second one as a city, we try to pull city. So we need to try an error for this one, because as you know that this narrative is still under like pilot. So because it's AI, all right? And for your information, we can use the co-pilot if you use a premium account. So in Power BI, we have a free version, free account, pro account, and premium account. And I'm using the pro account. And for Copilot, we need to use a premium. Okay. Even though I have this one, the option preview, I cannot use the premium version because this is only can use for pro version. This only can use for premium. Okay. And for this one, total unit sold by Siri. Right? So we have state, total unit sold by state and CT here. And let me try to do the narrative for this one. Okay. So what you can see here, let me zoom in a bit. So actually at 70 Selangor, all the thing is it not detect the city. Right? This narrative only detect the state column. So even though that we have a few chart inside one visual, I mean one dashboard or one page, but for smart narrative, it depends on what it can read. All right. So for this one, it's just at 70. Selangor had the highest total unit sold here. All right. And was 483, higher than Pahang. So you compare to the lowest, which has the lowest total unit sold at 12. Right. So we can know we can get the actionable insight. And from this one, why Pahang only have 12. All right. So this is the decision making that we can make. We want to exclude this Pahang state for the sales, or maybe you want to push some ads for Pahang to get more sales for next month, maybe. All right, that is the actionable insight that you can do. And Selangor had the highest unit sold at 70. So it just sometimes repeat the same things. All right, and you can adjust this one. If you want to delete this one, or Selangor accounted for 90% of the unit sold. Okay, across all 13 states, total unit sold range from 12 to 17. Okay, so if we selected few, all this one will change. Okay, across all 6 states. So you can see this one. Or maybe you want to get the total sales or total units sold for this one. We need to add a custom value inside here, right? So I want to know highest total units sold. Not the highest total units sold, just total units sold. Click here and appear a result 366. Okay, and we can rename it as a total units sold. I press save, and appear 366. So what happened here? I add some narrative total unit sold across all state, all. I take this one 13, but I don't know what's the value. I just click here because there's a line, blue line, right? You can click here, and I just want to get this number because this is automatically generated, right? So I just want to get V60 in bracket 1. Okay, so what I will do, across, I open this one and get V, what is it just now? V16. Okay, so we will get V16 here and this one. All right, I just add all across all 13 states. All right, so now it's a 13 states and 366. So if we select a few, you can see that the numbers is changed, right? And this is the total of the one that we selected. So we selected 5 state, 2, 28, 32, 41, 41, and 70 is become get the 212. Okay, so this is what the narrative can do. Okay, so this is for state. Basically, this is state because the narrative only appear for the state. And what I will do for the city, I just copy here. So for this visual and paste it in the new sheet. Okay, and turn on the narrative custom. So now we have a narrative for this total unit sold. Okay, this is same as a state. So I just rename it as city. And next, I skip this one because it's just same as state. Now we want to do for the line chart. Okay, so for the line chart is usually we'll take a trend line. So the trend line that we can use in this data is the date, all right, transaction date. So our x-axis is transaction date. And maybe you want to know like total units, total sales, total sales. Okay. All right. You can see this one is only appear 1.2024. And you click on this one to expand because we use like this exact date for quarter, month, year, quarter, month, and day. So we can drill down here by month. Okay, this is by month, but this is by quarter, sorry. Quarter 2, quarter 3, and 4. And you drill one more time, 4 by month and by day. Okay, so we want to see by monthly. And let's see what this smart narrative can do. Just click. And okay, maybe this is a bug. Let me try to. Okay, oh, it's loading. Okay, so just click custom. So now we can have like a summary of this trend line by total sales. Okay, so let's read. The total sales trended up, resulting in a 15.91 increase, 1%. Okay, even though we just pull the total sales, it also can calculate for the percentage. So let's click here. So this percentage is actually a percent change for total sales between first date of the time series and last date All right. So you calculate the percentage. So we can change that one if you want. Just change it into in the value here. Increase between January 2024 and December 2024. So actually it's take from here and go to the last date and compare it between these two for the first paragraph here. Okay. And the second paragraph, total sales started trending up. Okay. Total sales started trending up on August. Where is August? So August on this dot, rising by 20%, 0.72, around 4,475. Okay, so it's summing all these 4 months from August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, and the last one, total sales jump from 21.6K to 26K. Where is it? During the August, from August here. Okay, so you can see the total sales is 21.6K and to December 26K. So that's all for the line chart. You can add some more here, maybe in between or below, but you need to know what you want to add for this narrative. And what happens when you click few months? Okay, so I press Control, I click from July, August, and September. Now you can see the trended down, resulting in how many percent between. So you can, it's very customized for this one. Just select whatever you want, right? Make sure it's the one that you selected is more than one, so that the narrative can have more than just a one sentence. Okay, and yeah, this is for the trend line. Okay, so we have a pie chart, pie or column chart, pie or donut chart, this column chart, trend line, line chart, and let's do for the bar chart. So maybe for the bar chart, I want to get for the brand and mobile model. Okay, I want to know which one the highest sales for the brand by brand. I just use the stack bar chart. Make it bigger here. And total sales to the x-axis, brand into the y-axis. Let me open the label. So now you can see Samsung is the highest, 77K, followed by Apple, and the last one is Xiaomi, 34K. Okay, so let's see what the narrative can detect. Okay, at 77K, Samsung had the highest total sales and was 125 percent higher than Xiaomi. So you compare it for the highest and the lowest. Okay. This one is accounted for 26%, even though we just put the total unit sales, total sales. Across all 5 brands, total sales range from here to here. Okay. So if you select few column, few bar, now you can see that the narrative is changes. Okay, instead of Samsung the highest, now Apple is the highest. Okay. Do you think this is useful for you to know like the instant insight? And from this one now, even though that we can do like manually and detect it manually, calculate by manually, but this is help us much in maybe in our meeting if you want to let this one for instance to the stakeholder. Okay. So if you just select one, you can appear just one, the total sales. Okay, you can compare it, use this narrative to compare it, like instant comparing. So this is the, what is it? Brand. And you can get one more for mobile model. Okay. And instead of using the total sales, I use the total units sold. Same goes here. You can drag or not, just get the narrative. Now you have a custom for total units sold by mobiles model. Okay, same goes here. If you select few, this is all changed, depends on the one that you selected. And we compare it. Okay, and yeah, for this one, this is mobile model. And last, we can actually combine all this visual into one pages. Okay, let's say we want to get the age group. So I copy this one, I paste in here, make it smaller, and I take the state. Maybe this one total unit sold, I change it to total sales. So I want to make it like in this page is all about total sales. And city, let's see if this visual can detect. Just try an error. Okay, because this is AI, sometimes detect, sometimes cannot detect. And we bring it trend line. So let's say you have in one page, you create your dashboard. Let me compress all this visual. Don't worry, we want to make this area for the narrative. Okay, I think that's all. We have a group, brand, by total sales, by quarterly, by monthly, total sales by city and state. Okay, so I just turn on the narrative and click custom. So voila. Now you can see total sales uptrending result in this one, January to December. So do you know that, this is for the trend line here. Okay. So for the first three paragraph is for the trend line. And then the fourth one is the group, H group. So you just take one narrative for the group, H group. And then the second last, taking the brand. Yep, that's all. So it not detect like the city and state. So what you can do, actually, you only have this, right? So you need to do in a separate sheet or page, and you can copy this one and bring it into your new sheet. All right, make sure you have the visual and also the narrative. Okay, so when I click the Selangor, now the Selangor, this one changed. And everything is reflect to only just Selangor. So now you can see that if I click Johor, so Johor has 41 total units sold and blah, blah, blah. And for all this trend line, bar chart, pie chart, also filter for Johor. Okay. All right. So this is features that you can use in the Power BI, which is a narrative or previously called it smart narrative. Okay. I hope you can learn something new in the Power BI, even though this is most of you are first timer, and maybe you get idea what is all about Power BI and what features that we can use in Power BI. Yep, that's all for me. I pass back the session to Mr. Adib.
All right. So let me share my screen first. Wait a minute. All right. So thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Fikri, for the excellent presentation just now. There's a lot of input taken again today. Since I think there is there's no questions. So I proceed. For those who registered through the NTW portal, your attendance has been recorded and your status will be marked as completed by the end of the day. As for the video recording of this session, it will be available on our YouTube channel, Excel Academy Malaysia, within 24 hours. Now, let me inform you guys about our upcoming public training. If you are interested in enrolling in one of these courses, please feel free to contact us. So we have Microsoft Training, Microsoft Power Query with AI tools, Microsoft Power BI by Mr. Fikri himself. We also have Microsoft Excel basic until advanced level. We have Microsoft Excel data analytics and Microsoft Excel for HR professionals this June. We also have digital marketing training, digital marketing masterclass, digital marketing professional, SEO and SEM, social media marketing. We also have AI tools training, which is ChatGPT for content creation and marketing, AI tools for enhancing office productivity. We have creative tools training as well, CapCut for video marketing, Canva AI bootcamp. And last but not least, we have human resources training, understanding the Employment Act 1955 and latest amendment. All right, I think that's basically it. Thank you all for your participation and have a great day. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Fikri.